Hi, this is Adrian. In this video I will talk about the feedback we got on both the first and second draft of our film and our ancillaries. So, let's start off with the feedback on the first draft of our video. This video we showed to both our teacher and the other people in our class. And we actually got quite positive feedback on all the technical things in the video. So the range of camera shots, the camera movement, even the editing. But what many in the audience found quite confusing was the fact that the robbers stole sweets instead of something of real value, such as, for example, money or diamonds. Based on this, we changed the sweets to diamonds for our second draft. But of course this meant that we had to reshoot large parts of the film because the film was now about diamonds instead of sweets. And all the shots that the sweets were in previously had to be reshot. But as the feedback on the camera shots and camera movement and all that was actually really positive, we stuck with most of them. So the shots in the first draft and in the second draft are very similar, and the main thing that changes really is the sweets that are now diamonds. Another thing we learned from our first audience feedback was that the driving scene at the beginning of the film revealed that the location we shot the inside scene at, so Robber's hideout, was located in a residential area, which our audience found took away the mystery and tension of the film. So we therefore reshot the driving scene to make it look like the hideout is located somewhere else that fit the theme of the movie better. Alright, let's now move on to the second round of audience feedback, where we asked non-media students to review our film. Here you can see Scott. He was the first person we showed our film to. One thing he pointed out right at the beginning was that he didn't find the music during the chase scene very fitting. However, he did like the masks and understood the theme of hidden identity. Finally, he commented positively on the ending, even saying that the music at this point worked very well with the images. The second person to review our film was Tom. He agreed with Scott that the costumes were a very important part of the film. He understood that the animals were chosen on purpose, for example, the pig as being the greedy one. He also thought that the ending worked well. Unlike Scott, he liked the music throughout the film and not just at the end. Whilst watching the film, he made many positive comments about the shots, the music, the mise en scène, and the editing.
Nice use of slow motion.
Based on this feedback, our film is entertaining and has a conclusive ending. This is good news for us because it means that our film is actually enjoyable to watch, which of course is the main aim of the film. If we were to make a third draft, we would therefore have to make far less changes as after the first round of feedback. We would possibly search for different music, as this was one of the main points Scott made. However, much of the footage would have to be re-edited, as it is cut to the beat at the moment. And we would have to ask ourselves if it is really worth the effort just to put a different piece of music at the beginning, because then on the other hand, Tom didn't specifically dislike this part of the music at this point, so we could probably get away with just sticking with the music we have at the moment. We then went on to show our ancillaries to the two of them. After seeing the poster, Scott thought that it was more suitable for a horror film rather than a crime thriller. The reasons he gave for this were the extensive use of blood both on the wall and on the pig mask than the pig mask itself, which Scott found fitted better to a horror film and not necessarily a crime thriller film. On the other hand, he found that the double page spread fit the film much better. So he therefore didn't think that the three products worked well together as a brand, with the poster being the odd one out. But he did say that the double page spread looks professional and fits the genre of the movie. Tom, on the other hand, told us that in his opinion, the three products work together well, as they all have a similar message, clear titles, and a common theme. Both of the people who gave us feedback on our ancillaries agreed that the double page spread and the film fit together well. And then one of them found that the poster is the odd one out and doesn't quite fit in. So to improve the ancillaries, we would have to consider whether we want to make changes to the poster or not. So if we were to make another draft of the ancillaries, it would then be best to ask more people to see what their opinion is on the poster, with the aim to find out what exactly we would have to change to make it fit better with the film and the double page spread, so that ultimately the three of them create a strong brand. What this second round of audience feedback really has shown us, though, is that our product has now reached a stage at which there are still minor changes that could be made but aren't absolutely necessary.